I'm in an amazing relationship with a woman named Megan, and it's something that I have worked for and I earned through the process of understanding how to build attraction, how to understand what women are thinking, and understanding how relationships work, and of course, how to be able to take a relationship and make it last long. So I want to share with you some of the tips that I can extract from what has made it so I was able to really meet and attract my dream person and have the relationship that I've always wanted. First is I was open to meeting women everywhere, okay? I was open to meeting women online, in person, through friends. I was aware of any opportunity that came my way. Specifically with Megan, I met her through a work thing, right? The work thing was actually creating a YouTube video, and I created a YouTube video and I did it at my friend's dance studio, and she happened to be there that day. Was that a day that I was trying to meet and attract women? No, not necessarily, although I did know that my friend had employees that were always kind of cute, and she was there that day, and so that was an opportunity. So it's not like I even created the opportunity. It was more like I seized the opportunity that was in front of me. So my practical tip to you is you want to have two things going on in your life. One, always be open to the opportunity that's happening in front of you and take advantage of the opportunity that's happening in front of you. But also, it's even better to set times to meet women. You want to have times that you are swiping on the apps and taking a lot of time to message and swipe and put a lot of time into that. You want to have times when you're going out throughout the week. Maybe it's with friends. Maybe it's just to go out and cold approach a bunch of women on the street or at a bar, wherever. Be open to making it part of your schedule in life to create opportunities. And then, of course, like I said, the second part is to be open to the opportunities that secretly present themselves. Next, I learned how to get women to respond to me, right? So for many years in my life, I was not able to get women to really respond. I was friend zoned. I didn't get the kind of attention that one would want to get if they wanted to create a romantic or sexual connection with the woman, okay? So I learned how to do that, and I learned it through TED. Now, TED is a formula that I created, and I didn't come up with it out of thin air. I learned this over time in terms of going out, meeting women, seeing what women responded to, taking some dating advice from some other gurus, putting together my own thoughts, experimenting, and then finding common patterns that could be simply taught in a formula, which again is TED, which really summarizes the whole idea of how to get a woman attracted to you, which is tension, entertainment, and dominance. And then I noticed when I started to use that throughout all my interactions, more times than not, I was able to get women to respond to me in a way that was not, oh, this guy is a nice guy and we're just going to put him in the friend zone, because that was happening really most of my life. So tension is sexual tension. Entertainment is having an engaging and interesting conversation with the woman. And then D is dominance, which is like masculine leading, right? Leading the relationship and not being nice guy and letting her lead or trying to not step on any toes. So this is the antidote to being the nice guy, really using TED and utilizing that in as many situations as possible. So you are creating that romantic connection. There's flirting going on. There's displaying the dominant and masculine qualities that women are attracted to. We teach this in my coaching program. It's called the Trip Advice Accelerator Coaching Program. You can learn more about how we can get you more dates and 10x the amount of dates that you actually go on by booking a free call with us. So you can learn more on that call, the game plan that we will take you through to make sure you are attracting more women. Check that out, tripadvicecoaching.com, to learn more. Next, I learned how to like myself, and I learned how to respect myself, and I became more comfortable with myself. This was over time. A lot of this was in my 20s, mid-20s, even late 20s, and some in my early 30s, was just respecting who I was, having an understanding of the kind of person I was, and liking myself for the person I was instead of judging myself all the time. Really, at the end of the day, I was working on building my self-esteem. I was accomplishing things in my 20s and my early 30s that made me look at myself with proof and say, wow, I'm actually a pretty cool guy. and not in some arrogant way. Where arrogance, I always say, is you think you're better than other people. Self-esteem is you just like yourself. So again, I built self-worth and self-esteem through realizing my worth. And we can't do that by just sitting on our couches and going, I like myself, I'm amazing. We do that by actually going out there and taking action. Taking action is the fastest way to building self-esteem. Because when you do things and you accomplish things and you try things and you fail and you succeed and then you fail again and you succeed again, you start to look at yourself as someone worth respecting and someone who has quality attributes. So you want to be doing some sort of action and goal and habit throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year to be building that self-esteem, looking at yourself in a way that say, hey, I'm a guy that is totally worthy of a great woman. And I know that because of what I've been able to do and what I've been able to accomplish. So again, so far we've talked about practical tips, setting times to meet women, using TED in your interactions to build attraction with women, and building self-esteem through accomplishing small goals. Next, I was able to become comfortable around women that I was attracted to. And a lot of guys struggle with that. And I get it. This is one of the biggest downfalls for men is they see women that they want to talk to. They want to, have a date with someone that they're really attracted to, but they get so nervous. They get so in their head and they're so uncomfortable because they fear the outcome that may happen from getting rejected by a woman that they're attracted to. And they put the woman on such a high pedestal that there's more at stake in their heads with women who are more attractive. So what's the practical tip to overcome this is that you want to start talking to women who you do find attractive without caring about what kind of outcome there is. You want to spend more time around women, especially the ones that you find yourself attractive to, and get that number up. The amount of women you talk to that you're attracted to, the amount of time you can spend around women that you're attracted to, the more you can do this, the more you're going to learn a few things. One, that you're capable of doing it. Two, that these women who are super attractive are not any more special just because they're attractive. And three, you're going to realize, wow, this whole thing was never a big deal. And you're just going to be getting used to it more and more because you're putting yourself in those scary situations. The more that you worry and the more that you're concerned and you don't let yourself be able to go up to talk to these women that you're attracted to, the scarier it's going to continue to be. So I'd be doing that throughout the week as much as humanly possible. Make that extra conversation with any woman you find yourself attracted to. Next, I learned what made women stick around. I learned about relationships. I've been through many relationships and I'm in a very long-lasting one now. So I learned that you need to make sure that you're not needy and you have your own life going for you, because when you don't have that and you rely on her to be the only person that you're always hanging out with, the only person you're doing everything with, and you don't have your own life at all, you're going to end up in a situation where she's going to think, oh wow, this guy is super needy, has nothing going for him, has no life whatsoever, has no passions outside of me, has no hobbies outside of me, no friends outside of me, and women don't want to be the only thing in your life. It's very unattractive. And that is not just in the beginning of a relationship, but as a relationship continues. There has to be passions beyond the relationship. Next, the most practical tip is you need to have more variety in the relationship. So when you're finally dating someone, and it's been about a year or 2 years, you've kind of done it all. You've been to the different restaurants, you've done a lot of activities, you've been on some vacations. And so after 2, 3, 4, even 5 years, it can get to the point where it's like, wow, now we're just repeating stuff. And of course, that's inevitable, but you got to get creative and figure out things that you can do that make the relationship more interesting. Where can you bring more variety into the relationship? Continue to go to new restaurants, continue to go to new places for vacation, continue to try new things in the bedroom, continue to learn new skills and do fun things together that you haven't done before. Think about ways, and there are ways in your relationship where you can bring more variety, and then you'll get that person sticking around, and you'll also have a more fun relationship. And if you want to learn how to be a catch to a girl, watch the video here on the screen. You'll learn exactly step by step how to do that. If you need help being able to attract more women into your life to find a long relationship, go to tripadvicecoaching.com. There you can book a call with my team, and we can help you with meeting and attracting more women than you're doing right now.